Oh, we're switching remotes, but we're back!
Welcome back to the playoffs.
Playoffs?
And welcome to your Banana Division Final. The San Beach Sluggers actually have a chance to do something that only I believe I have done, which is win each separate division a separate time. And that's mostly because David's always been in the Shell division until now.
Shell. Oh, you wanna know why we were saying rigged earlier?
Yeah, why were you saying rigged earlier?
Because you have Koopa in the Shell division.
Okay.
Rigged!
You let me draft him there.
Of course, we are seeing Peach versus Gritty Kong.
Yeah, this is honestly, this is the matchup that I really wanted to see.
It was really good on the separate setup.
These two, I personally think these two are the closest competitors we have ever. Like, I think factually the most even head-to-head is me versus Aiden, but these two are like right behind it, and these two face off in the playoffs more often, I believe.
Yeah, you usually aren't with either of these two.
Well, I do tend to face off against one of them in the finals.
Yeah,
a good amount.
Cut that tape, cut that tape.
What are we cutting?
Alright, apparently we're cutting the tape. Hello everybody and welcome to your Banana Division Final.
You didn't miss anything, I promise.
Yeah, this matchup, I would need to check the exact head-to-heads of each playoff series, but I believe right now the playoff head-to-head is 3 series to David, 2 series to Aiden.
Jeez. So,
and I think pretty much every time it's gone to game 4 or 5. I think there might have been one sweep, but it is very back and forth in the playoffs for these two. I'm expecting a game 5 between these two. These competitors they just go back and forth all of the freaking time. And there we go. We're starting our Banana Division Final. The 1 seed, the San Beach Sluggers, I'm really good with words, against the 2 seed Macomb Commanders of this division.
I would really like to be the 1 seed. It would be nice, because that means I'm doing well.
Sorry, I think Beach, and I think Silver Lake, because I've gone to Silver Lake before.
It's nice.
It's a very nice place.
The funniest counterpoint. Honestly. Oh my god. Birdo! Get me Birdo! Oh my god.
And just like that, I was like briefly looking at my phone trying to check if something was good, and in that time, Red Pianta goes yard, putting the Sluggers up 1-0 right at the beginning of this game.
Yeah, and this is a best of 5 series, so the first team to 3 wins goes on. Of course, the wild card round was the best of 3, so 2 wins, for those who may or may not know.
Ooh, the jump from the Fuigi?
Honestly, not sugarcoating it.
Of course, we are going to see a lot of not sugarcoating it, but probably not as much as Daniel did last series, because Aiden's team has many women. Aiden has a lot of women on him. What?
Oh gosh, it's really funny to talk about how the key thing to counter the Peach Star Swing is to put women on the team. Because that is...
Bean!
I can't even talk because there's beans going on. But yeah, the Peach Star Swing, of course, it's the love ball, and the only way to counter it is to be a woman.
That is very homophobic.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Sluggers is kind of homophobic in that respect, isn't it?
Homophobia.
Anyway, Wickler just let that ball drop in front of him. We got 2 base runners on with 1 out.
It is the home of phobia, which makes sense in Japan.
The home of phobia, which... That's a double play, ending that inning right when Aiden was threatening a little bit.
With the Hammer Bro catch.
That ball's just going to roll barely foul there. Honestly, thankfully for Magic Koopa. And that ball's going to roll past Noki. Green Magic Koopa's getting on. Sluggers with some really good first batters of the inning here.
Yeah, like we said, these two are very competitive, and we have the banana ball, which gets hit. But you don't really see the banana ball get hit much, but it just led to a double play.
Yeah, honestly, it's one of those hits that's like, huh, kind of wish you didn't hit it.
That's why honestly, you did that great.
Speaking of more things that you really didn't want to hit, there's another hit that you didn't really want to swing at because it was an instant ground ball, quickly fielded and ending the inning. Another thing about this matchup, by the way, we saw it especially last time, but between these two, no lead is safe.
Never.
We have seen, I think, some of the biggest comebacks in draft event history take place between these two competitors.
Bounce off the Yod into the Yoshi's tongue. Someone wipe off that ball. Speaking of, that's one ball.
Oh yeah, I just got reminded with Yod coming up. You know Yod's middle name? It's Brick.
Yellow brick. I get it.
It's the yellow brick toad.
I get it. I get it. Kill yourself, but don't.
No, I'm in the finals. I gotta play.
Yeah, exactly. Now it's the Cotsworth.
The old man coming up to bat.
Off of the king. To a fair ball. Ooh, missed the attack.
It's not gonna matter though, as Toadsworth is not running. Ain't doing some funny nunchuck movement there. And the red Pianta will instantly ground into a double play.
Ball dash.
I've noticed that Aiden has been using the ball dash on the Noki to turn double plays quicker.
He likes ball dash.
Honestly, I really respect it, but I wouldn't have gone for it simply because I don't trust the hitboxes in this game to actually make the tag.
That's fair. I know with Aiden, he literally is aiming to run through the player.
Yeah.
So, banana slammer time.
Especially because his shortstop's Critter, who's got a pretty good arm. But I guess if his shortstop was like, I don't know, Baby Luigi, which we saw earlier have a terrible arm.
And Noki heads home. It is a tie ball game.
Yep,
like we said, no lead is safe. Granted, it's one run.
The banana slammer comes through. Diddy Kong on second now and batted that run around. We got a tie ball game here. Green Magic Coop is going to switch out of this game in favor of Peach. Immediately star hit. He's going to drop in front of Wiggler, and he's going to get burnt, and the Mead's going to get burnt. That's going to be a double for Critter.
Home.
And he's going to drive Diddy Kong in. Lead has swapped, now in favor of the Macomb Commanders. Carol, the player that, what's it called, that Aiden has been really parading today because K-Rool is one of the big reasons he's been using Nunchuck because with Nunchuck you can choose exactly where you're trying to hit the ball, and if you find K-Rool's sweet spot, he's really good.
Speaking of K-Rool, he heads home. It is now a 1-4 ball game for 3 runs.
The theme of this game so far has been I've been trying to make a point, and as I've been trying to do it, someone's driving another run in. King Boo with a triple there, of course, clearing the bases. Commanders now up 4-1, and the rally's continuing with Blue Shy Guy knocking one through. 5-1 ball game.
Commanders rallying. Peach getting tired already.
Oh, of course. Peach, one of those batters that you have to
in the rundown.
Have to be very careful of her stamina. Tends to get tired pretty quickly.
Peach feeling a little better after that first out of the inning. Surprisingly, we're in the bottom of the third. 2 strikes. Lines directly to the Yod for the double play.
Peach gets out of that inning, but not before getting. I don't know how many of those runs were Peach's, but a definite couple of them were there.
Diddy Kong also getting tired. Just hooking foul there by Wiggler.
Diddy Kong is like a sleeper good pitcher.
Yeah, he's not bad.
He's one of those pitchers that has some good control over the ball and can tend to like eat a lot of innings up, more than you'd expect.
Yeah. And of course that is a whip by Wiggler. Wiggler has done, I think, pretty well today.
Yeah, it is Wednesday after all.
It is Wednesday. I think David is just pretty good with Wiggler. But David is not going to sugarcoat it.
Yep. The famous, as I said last time, I'm not going to sugarcoat it every single time I use that Peach Star Swing. There it comes out again. And there it gets a single as Hammer Bro hammers this ball back to the Bowser statue. The fielders are there, and they'll get it easily. That one might not even have been going out.
I think that would have barely hit the top of the wall.
Because there is a... Sometimes the home run animation will play even if it's not out. It can bounce off the wall.
Banana ball. I wish there was a banana ball game. That'd be fun.
Banana ball. That's
Oh,
our hit to
oh!
find the gap and get the green Shy Guy to miss the attack. More rounding of bases. And the ball's just kind of rolling in no man's land in the infield, or in the inner outfield rather.
Yeah, because I believe there was a try for the buddy toss, but Birdo got bombed.
Some fielding errors there, and now Sand Beach has struck again, getting this this lead within 3, as the keeper catch fails, and Yellow Yoshi is able to punch one through, scoring Green Magikoopa. Now a 5-3 ball game.
2-run ball game. Like we said, no lead is safe, and this is gonna. The miss of the attack, I think, is gonna make this a 1-run ball game, unless
the close play goes to Aiden. He gets the out, gets out of the inning, stops the bleeding. That kind of inning is a perfect example of why a lot of people, including myself, do not play Nunchuck, because fielding is significantly harder when you're on Nunchuck.
Having the auto targeting of the ball is a lot of help. And so, using Nunchuck, while yes, it's good for pitching, it is a lot harder, or not pitching, but good for batting.
It is also good for pitching.
Yeah, it is good for pitching.
You get more control over your pitches.
But fielding is not as good. Oh, high foul ball. 2 outs in this inning. It is a 2-2 count. Lines it directly to the pineapple.
Go back to the other side here, and now suddenly I feel like this game's flew by because we're top 5 now. Sluggers need 2 runs to keep this game going. They got Yod to do it. Yod's been called like many different things, but right now he's kind of under that false prophet moniker, because he was just gonna line out with that star hit. The old man up now, off of Diddy Kong. Shy Guy able to pick it up before it drops though.
Not even needed for, not even the...
Sluggers down to their last out. Oh, they did have 2 home run hitters up, but the first one won't find the power he needs. Burrow will suck it up in center field, and the Commanders take the first game here as that explosion covers the entire camera of the replay.
Really quick game here. And so this game goes to the Commanders, of course, and with last one, I believe we had issues with no one liking their home stadium. I believe this is the is this the Commanders' home?
That is the Sand Beach Sluggers home stadium.
Okay, so we might see this issue crop up again where people cannot play well in their homes, I think.
I am going to check really quickly. So Macomb and Sand Beach were both 5-1, and their one was both against each other, and they both prevailed against each other away.
I think just in general, these two teams do better away.
Yeah. Macomb was able to take their away game over Sand Beach in the regular season 6-5, so very close game there. And Sand Beach was able to do the reverse at Macomb's home 1-2. I don't know though. With these are the only samples we really have of the away team not being able to do it quite. So I wouldn't call it a trend quite yet.
I think we had those flipped. I think Macomb was home 5-6, but
oh wow,
it's fine. You know what we meant. It was 1-run games each time.
It was 1-run games. Oh yes, you are correct. Macomb was home for the 6-5. Sand Beach was home for the 2-1. Both very close games though. That was actually, that game that you just saw was the least close game they've had of the 3.
But I would still say that game was close.
And honestly, that game could have been very different because they had someone who could hit a solo home run in Red Pianta, and then right after him was Wiggler on Wednesday. So that could have been a very different game very quickly. As Critter is leaning over the plate, I don't know what he's trying to do here.
Full count!
He's got it to a full count, and he takes strike 3.
That went through his arm!
Don't really know what he was trying there. I mean, he was trying to get a bean, I think, but why would you test that in the playoffs?
I think one of the things Aiden does, once he gets to the playoffs, he just starts more having fun.
Yeah.
Instead of, like, actually trying to win, and that can be his downfall.
Yeah, it is a very noted statistic, I guess, that Aiden is the pretty much most likely out of the three Flint people who we've kind of said have been our top 3 for a long time. Aiden of those is the most likely to get random upset, and that's
Yeah.
just not to like disregard any of his actual like prowess, but that's just historically, if someone's going to pull off an upset, it's going to be on Aiden. But of course, though, this right here would not be an upset if David won, because David is the higher seed,
Yeah.
and in fact won their last meeting at last draft event. Big star hit catch there by the green me, by the way. Huge out there as two runners were on before that. With Yod coming up to the dish, though, gotta be scared a little bit because we know what this menace can do.
Is he a menace at the moment, or is he rolling off the Critter's foot?
Ooh, some chank there happening with the base running. It looked like the runners wanted to advance one more, but not quite, and that is barely a fair ball.
One-run game for the Sluggers.
Sandwich Sluggers strike again, and they strike first again, mainly.
And now we have the Pineapple.
This is a scary part of the lineup you're coming to here. Any of these upcoming hitters could hit one out, but thankfully for the Commanders, Red Pianta will ground out. So once again, Sluggers striking early, but only with one run.
Now we have the Sluggers up to, or not the
Sluggers up the
Commanders.
field.
Yes, I am getting tired, ladies and gentlemen, and those who don't subscribe to those terms.
Birdo here, I actually see in the corner the star might be trying to be used. Yep, there's the star. One of the riskiest star hits trying to use in the game, and it worked, but Blue Shy Guy wasn't ready to run. So he gets called and forced out on the base path. Green Shy Guy now going to line it into the outfield, but Wiggler able to make the play. Two gone now. Birdo still hanging around on first. No stars in the pocket for the Commanders. They try to slap one through with the Mii, and it gets through, and the bad Mii attack comes back, and the runners are rounding the bases. Birdo's almost going home. Smartly decides to stick at third, though.
Wisely decided to stay back at third.
Is
He
up,
went
has
on
the star.
using it. Off of
Gets
Peach.
off a Peach. That's a run scored, and
That's
that's
two
two
runs
runs scored.
scored.
Noah in absolute shambles right now as the Noki drives in 2 runs.
The Noki is a good player. Stealing. Noki is stealing. And Noki got the steal too. That is one thing you can use in this game with the nunchuck. It's stealing bases.
Is Noki the Ricky Henderson of Mario Super Sluggers? I've seen Noki steal a lot today.
Noki Henderson.
Anyway, Critter, pretty powerful hitter, tries to put him the star hit that time, but it's lined to Wiggler before he gets burned. Well, the Commanders responding immediately, and it's a similar story to last game where Sluggers struck first with 1 run, Commanders took the lead back with 2.
Yep. Wiggler on base now. Peach up to bat. Are we going to see a sugar coat?
Oh, misses
trying
the first
for it.
one. Misses
Misses
the
the
second
second
one. No stars now. Peach, I have heard, has actually been able to do a third, but the foul ball gets another star, and he's not going to sugarcoat it.
Unfortunately, that's foul.
But
That's
it's foul!
The tragedy of the foul ball. And Peach tries to do it and finds the genuine hit.
Peach got a genuine hit?
I mentioned it. Peach has been apparently not a bad hitter today, and she's continuing that.
And we're about up to Rat. Can hit it out if he wants to, but this one is not going to go out. Right to the Shy Guy.
Yeah, 2 runners here that were originally with no outs, now 1 out.
Green Madge up to bat. Not usually what you would think to be a home run hitter, but today has been very weird.
Yeah, the star hit will find its mark. It'll drop, and Wiggler's gonna go home to tie the game. Still 2 runners on, still 1 out, but now the game is tied. Yoshi up, but no stars in the pocket. Yoshi'd like to use stars a lot of the time. Won't find anything that time. And Green Critter didn't throw the ball to turn the double play. Unfortunate there, but makes up for it. Makes the play the next batter.
Now it is a tie ball game with King K. Rool up to bat and then King Boo. Both people who can hit out or round out
Little weird situation there. Had to wait for the pitcher to come over and cover first base. And King Boo's star hit will find the gap. Have to avoid the bad knee attack here.
Boo's going back.
Gets it successfully. Keeps King Boo on first.
Hammer pitching to Shy Guy. No stars left for him.
Shy Guys are not bad hitters, though. I would say they're pretty mediocre, but not bad. But they're pretty bad if you can't put the bat on the ball there, striking out.
Birdo up to bat, hits it.
Finds the gap.
Finds the gap, past everybody.
But Birdo does run fast enough for some reason.
Birdo was
and is
out.
caught slacking a little bit there. Eating over. Still tied at 2.
Top of the 4th, we're seeing a pitching change for Gritty Kong.
Of course, Gritty Kong, as we've mentioned before, is one of those sleeper pitchers that's pretty good. The super dive from the Shy Guy is going to save that ball from dropping.
Super dive is insane. You guys saw it in my match. I was always hitting it right to the super dive, and it pissed me off.
Super dive.
Yeah, super dive. Looking for that damn super dive. Fly ball by the red Pianta, fouling out.
We've seen some Piantas on some pretty relatively unusual teams as he's swinging and a missed strikeout. I think this is the first time that David has been able to pile out the Pianta.
Yeah, and he's been doing okay with it, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Pianta, of course, we've proven that they're very formidable players.
Caught by the match.
Yeah, I think Piantas actually did have, they've had 2 different MVP seasons.
Oh, bad attack
as
on me!
The bad me attack comes through again. And Fuiji will settle at second. There is 1 out, so you can't quite play like the extra innings cheese, like in MLB. Ooh, but the attack off of the Pianta will get batted up, and it'll drop. Noki with a hit there.
Runners on the corners for Diddy, and we're seeing another Noki steal.
Really close there. That's really vital as Diddy Kong will pull up the Banana Slammer. Has to know if this is going to be an out. It'll drop, and that's going to be 2 runs scored for Gritty Kong. And the bad me attack will get Diddy all the way to third.
Now, Aiden up 2 by 2 scores. Critter through the gap.
Beautiful hit by Critter there. Just a little shallow line drive, able to drop in front of the outfielder.
And no, Hammerbro is sad, but we see scary hitter coming up, but he grounds out.
We're seeing a similar thing to last game where Aiden was able to pull ahead and get up to 5. Last time it was 1-5 at one point. David pulled within 2. This time it's 2-5 going into the last inning, and Wiggler immediately finds the gap, and you know who's coming next. Wouldn't be surprised. I was honestly considering if Aiden was going to switch his fielders around. Goes to the right side of the field. Shy Guy able to pick it up this time. Wiggler will go home though.
2-run game.
And now the tying run is at bat.
And it's Hammerbro with stars in the pocket.
Uses it this time, but it's going to sail a little bit too far. That's 1 away. Still needs to get this tying run on somehow, some way. Fouls off with a star there. Looks like fouls off with another star there. 2 stars gone. The Banana Slammer from Diddy Kong.
Banana ball. Missed. That's a 1 out.
Such a weird star pitch, man.
Very hard to hit. Actually, 2 outs. My bad.
Sluggers down to their last out, but that's off the me. And the tying run is aboard. Not only that, the tying run is in scoring position.
This is a scary... We have full Wario up to bat.
2 outs, gonna come down to what this me can do with only 1 star left. Diddy Kong pitching outside, trying to bait out the star here. Still pitching outside. Still pitching outside, and he walks Wario.
Probably... Oh, it's Yellow Toad, though. I don't know if that was smart.
Ooh, the star hit. It's going to be caught by Green Shy Guy, and the Commanders will take both games at the Sluggers Park, going up 2-0 in this series.
I think, and again, this happened last time.
Yeah, we got to start talking about it. Last time we saw a very similar story where Aiden was able to take the first 2. I believe David actually did have the first seed there as well. Then we saw an interesting thing happen where David turned it around and was able to still take the series as a whole.
And I think that there might be a chance for it to happen again because we are going to Wariosity, Dinger City, baby.
Aiden's known for a few things in the playoffs. One of those is that he is the only player to ever get reverse 3-0'd, and it happened twice.
Are we ready? This third time? Is it going to happen a third time?
I'm not sure. But the other thing that Aiden's known for is being, of course, Mr. Game 5. As Noah dabs in between games. Thank you, Noah. Very cool.
Not very cool. Not cool at all.
I think we did just see a 3-0 on the other side of the bracket, but I don't think this series is over by any means.
Oh, heck no.
I think we've seen that the Sluggers here are very, very capable. I mean, they've struck first both times. It really feels like it's only a matter of time until that first strike gets bigger, or they strike bigger later, and they take the lead back.
Of course, we're setting up our lineups for this next game. Just to talk about the other set, and specifically your set with Noah. How did you feel playing?
That set was interesting because Waluigi started to show up.
Yeah.
He hadn't been showing up, and he started to, and I was able to use him in Blooper to completely shut out Noah, and I was very satisfied with that.
Yeah, you have a good pitching board, my guy. I will say that my matches with Aiden, I felt were very close for what I have been known to do in the past.
Yeah?
If you got everybody who's watched knows that I've never really been good. Like, I had at one point a 19-game losing streak.
Hey, you've made 3 playoff appearances now.
Yeah.
That was your 3rd?
I haven't won a playoff game, but that's beside the point. But I have been getting steadily better and better, figuring out this game more and more, and I feel like that's been the case for like both me, Owen, and slightly Chris when he's been playing.
Yeah, I feel like as time has gone on here, a lot of our competitors that were initially considered like lower down, they've been making a lot of progress towards that higher echelon. It's been getting harder and harder for all these games to go towards our higher seeds every single time.
And I think it will be some point soon where we don't see one of the big 4 winning.
I mean, we have already seen one who's not of the 4 that you saw in this the division finals this time. We've already seen one of them make finals when the Mount Pleasant Arsonists made finals in Draft Event 5.
Definitely.
It honestly feels like just a matter of time until we see another one. Maybe even the Arsonists again.
Maybe.
Not this draft event, unfortunately, as the only competitors left are competitors who have done their fair share of winning here at draft events.
That happens every so often, though, and I know everybody still has fun as we go into the second inning with no runs on either side.
You like scoreless innings?
You like scoreless innings.
It's not to the point yet where we're just gonna start complaining about scoreless innings. It's been 1 inning.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. We're able to get over for the catch.
As Jay takes a nap. Good night, Jay.
Shut up. I might not be able to beat you in the game, but I can beat you in real life. What? Pause.
Okay, anyway.
Dive missed by Peach.
Ooh, able to make the play, beat him out. It's so weird just how much time you actually have, because sometimes it's closer than you think. And sometimes you get stuff like that where it's like, wait, he's out. Bottom 2 now. Green Match finds the little infield-outfield gap. Getting on with nobody out. We've seen the Sluggers here score early a couple times. It's looking like they're putting the recipe together to maybe do it again.
We now have King. We did a pause. Figure out your words, Jay.
Oh, that's a fair ball right along the baseline.
Hammock's
Beautiful hit. And once again, the Sluggers score 1 early. Taking
King Boo.
first blood.
King Boo is sad. Now we see Doki. coming up to bat.
Much to the dismay of Noah, who you can see standing behind the couch here.
Eating something.
That looks like a sack fly, and yep, the Piss Yoshi will run home on that. 2-0 Sluggers. This is the first time we've seen this early strike by the Sluggers be a 2-run lead. I have to start thinking, is the Sluggers offense waking up some more? Are they going to be able to tack on some more? Nope. Right as I ask the question, it gets answered for me. King Boo snatches that line drive from out of the air, turns the double play. We go top 3.
With Noki, Gritty, and Critter up to bat. Good lord.
Oh, and that Noki's hit off of Yod.
Yoshi lets it drop.
Yaloshi not able to do it, and
Stealing.
he steals again. And the Gritty Kong Banana Slam Up, that's gonna go
There!
on the line. Dear goodness, if you had asked me halfway through that hit if I thought it was a fair foul ball, I would have said, oh, that's probably going foul with how Diddy Kong Star Hit works. It just felt like it dropped a little earlier than normal, and that was the difference.
Trying to hit this ball. Trying to get Critter to hit this ball somewhere so you can get these other 2 round on the bases.
Critter really wanted an extra base hit there. Instead, will ground into a double play.
Noki's going home!
Why would you go home there? Why would you go home there? There's no reason to go home there. They have the ball in their glove in the infield. And they went out 2 outs. K-Rool comes up and grounds out. Well, it looks pretty good there for the Commanders. Fizzled out pretty quickly. Still plenty of time. 2 full innings for the Commanders to get these 2 runs back.
But there's also 3 innings for the Sluggers to widen the gap as the Pianta gets to first base.
It is Wednesday. Have to remind the audience every single time.
And ball won't strike. Hits it
This
directly to King Boo for
Wednesday
the double
power
play.
up doesn't quite work. Some good double plays here. And honestly, kind of smartly choosing not to use the Peach Star Swing there because
Kind of smartly sugarcoating it.
there were already 2 outs there. 2 out rally could happen, yes, but already have the lead. Just save the stars for next inning.
Save the stars for pitching if need be. As this flies.
Oh, he biffs it! Biffed! And King Boo is gonna try and get this thing to 2, but he is so slow. King Boo is so slow. The aggressive base running comes back to bite Aiden.
Bouncing off Peach.
As you just have to think, imagine if King Boo was on first there. That would have been runners on first and second.
Birdo up to bat.
And Birdo squares it up. Is it?
This is gone.
It's completely gone on. Dinger City, baby.
Dinger City, baby.
That's a tie ball game right there.
3 stars for the Green Shy Guy. It is not swinging.
David having trouble with the Wii remote. He gets a strike for his troubles.
Lines.
Oh,
Magic catch.
oh. The Green Shy Guy to Green Magic Koopa connection, that old Moldy Team connection.
Very green.
The Moldy Team didn't quite work as well as the Piss Team, but hey.
Nothing has worked quite as well as the Piss team, I'll be honest.
There's been more dominant draft events before.
I'm more saying in terms of color teams.
In terms,
Should have specified.
okay, that's fair. That's fair. Dedicated color teams. Anyway, the Banana Slam coming back out. This Star Swing has bitten Aiden in the past, but once again it'll drop, and the base runners will round again. Aiden will take the lead here, 3-2.
Critter up to bat. No stars though. High fly ball directly to the Yosh.
Inning over. But the Commanders have taken the lead. Now we're getting into the late part of this game here. Sluggers have to put one on the board in the next 2 innings if they want to continue this. Or of course, them being the bottom inning team, they do have a chance to eventually walk it off.
Noki is sad.
Thank you.
We're saying thank you for some reason.
Ooh, the jump from King Boo doesn't quite get that ball from out of the air. Green Madge on base.
Yellow Yosh up to bat with the Star Swing.
Still has
fouling out.
stars to burn, but that one's gonna go foul.
We were using one here. Missed the keeper catch.
The buddy toss there. Not gonna catch anyone out because it's not me. So why would the fielders go off the bag for like 5 seconds. There was a brief moment there where I believe Green Magic Koopa was off the bag, but he got back to it very quickly.
King K. Rool now in for pitching. He is a very
Punished immediately. That base is loaded with 1 out.
bases juiced. 1 out. Yod up to bat.
Puts it on his star swing, and it's gonna go just barely foul. No stars here for the
High
Yod.
ball right into there.
And it's also too shallow to tag up on. Now Toadsworth up, and not a very good hitter without stars, but he finds it!
The bullshit. The bullshit.
The rare Toadsworth, no stars hit, and the Sluggers are back in the lead here.
More bullshit.
Now the red Pianta bats another run in. The Sluggers here have hit that 5-run mark that the Commanders kept hitting to win their games. This K-Rool finally gets out of this, but bleeds some runs on the board.
Now we need to see at least 3 runs here, honestly.
Need to get 2 runs just to keep the game alive.
Need something here from K. Rool. K. Rool has not shown up at all this set.
Yeah, he showed up at the very, very beginning. There was that very beginning 2-run shot that he had, but ever since then he's been very quiet. Speaking of quiet, King Boo's gonna go quietly into center field.
Shy Guy up to bat with a star.
Gets it through. Oh, and that time he'll beat out the throw back in.
Birdo up to bat.
Birdo tries the star swing. It's so risky. And Peach is able to dive it. Take the game. David, excited that he's gotten 1.
3-5 again.
And I mean, the big thing now is we finally have had a playoff series that wasn't a sweep. Toadsworth is your MVP!
Toadsworth!
I mean, he was the one that gave the Sluggers the lead that ended up being the decider there.
It was very close between Toadsworth and Full Wario.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
We are now retrying once again. Game 4 commencing.
Yeah, and at this point, I think we have enough games here where now it's time to discuss if the away team is really the better team here. Because now that it is 5 games in a row between these 2 competitors in which the away team has come out on top.
And I believe if you look back at last...
Never mind, we have to silence that point because K. Rool is hitting one far back, but he jumps up and it's caught that time. K. Rool with a little bit too much height, not enough distance on that ball.
A little too floaty. As this one lines past the infielders. King Boo on first, 2 outs. Shy Guy.
Sorry, I pressed A.
Aiden presses A on accident and King Boo tries to advance bases. Thankfully for him, he gets back, but Blue Shy Guy will just ground out.
Ah, shit. What's the camera?
Aw, dang it.
Aw, dang it. I do also have to note there that the Sluggers are batting second here. And that's going to help your Peach Star Swing, especially if you can get a hit from a Red Pianta to start this game.
Ball dash. Wiggler up the bat next. We're going to be seeing a position change, moving Noki into second base and Gritter into shortstop.
King Boo pitching inside, I think trying to probably get this Wiggler to swing at something not quite good contact, but instead he squares it up. It's going to center field. The fielders will be there though. The buddy jump is caught.
Buddy jump is there. Pianta going back to first, and now I believe we have Peach up to bat.
David seen some quick shadows of me last draft event, struggling to actually hit one out with Wiggler. As it looks like Aiden's just going to try to pitch outside and then pitch outside, and I would not be surprised
we're going to be seeing a walk.
If there's a walk there.
I think we've seen more walks this, at least this set, if not this set, if not this, whole, event, than we've seen ever.
Yeah. Honestly, this event might hold the record for most walks at this rate. The super dive, though, catching that one out of the air. I think you actually did really need the super dive there.
Yeah, he did. If there was not a super dive there, it would have dropped fair.
Yeah, it depends if it was like a... Depends on the normal dive. But that ball will get hit through from the green Magikoopa.
Bases juice.
Bases loaded. 2 outs, though. Something's gonna happen with this yellow Yoshi at bat. Has a star, but only 1 here.
You're looking for some heaters with King K. Rool. I don't know if it's the best choice, but it might be his only choice, honestly.
Ooh, that star hit comes through, and it's off of Diddy Kong. That'll score 1. That'll score 2. So far, we've seen the Sluggers strike first in all 4 games. So far, if it's only a 1-run strike, it's been a loss, and the 2-run strike resulted in a win. Yet to see, of course, though, if that trend's gonna continue.
Milky up to pitch after King K. Rool gets tired very quickly. He is a very large man. Critter able to stop the bleeding. 2 runs for the Sluggers.
These early Slugger scores have been very, very good for them to keep this pressure up. It's only resulted in 1 game win for them so far, but at the rate we're going, it seems like it might be 2. Of course, plenty to go in this game, though. As Birdo will just get a shallow little fly line in between there.
Off
And-
Red Pianta.
Yeah, Green Shy Guy gets off the Red Pianta, gets onto first. Luigi coming up as Green Shy Guy tries to steal, but then goes back.
Very smart. I believe he has King K. Rool at catcher, and King K. Rool is very... I don't disagree with Aiden there. I do believe he was safe.
Yeah, definitely a big deciding factor in some of these scores so
Steal
far.
line.
Has been some of those plays that David has been able to catch him out, running to first there. That time will deny him another base runner there. Yod coming up, will just slap it and finds the little gap there between the infield and the outfield. Getting on to first with nobody out. I feel like one of David's big strong suits here is getting that first runner on. It feels like he does that maybe more than anybody else.
There's a chance. Nope. And now we see Red Pianta up to bat. 2 on. Ritter, it looks like.
Aiden
Coming in the pitch.
digging into all of his kind of bullpen-ish here. Trying to get anything he can as that's star hit. That's almost a funny Wario City home run. Just needed a little bit more power and it would have gone over the fence there. Wiggler here trying to... Last time we saw him squared up successfully. This time he takes 3 balls and it's another walk.
Don't know if that was smart because...
Bases
Oh,
are
no
loaded,
stars!
but no stars. Peach will try and find something. And once again...
Air arrow as well! This is gonna be a triple, an honest triple for Peach.
Dear goodness, why is Peach suddenly a good hitter?
I don't think Peach has ever been bad. I just think everybody likes using her star swing.
Well, yeah, because her star swing's broken.
Yeah.
Anyway, Hammer Bro here hitting one pretty deep. I don't know if Peach, she will try to
Peach
tag on this, but she goes back, and she's barely safe at third there.
Green match up the bat. We've seen crazier with a green match home run.
We've seen a strange amount of Magikoopa home runs today.
Bound to happen every so often. As this one, diving catch by the me, stopping the bleeding once again. It is a 5-0 ball game. But we've said how many times? No lead is safe with these two.
And especially when there's still 3 full innings left to play.
Banana Slamma.
Looks like it's going to find the mark once again here. Diddy Kong's going to try and stretch it into a double.
And he does.
Off the weak arm of Yellow Yoshi.
Now we have Critter up to bat. Squares it up pretty nice, but that is going to land just fair.
Had some
Bunny
good,
jump style.
had some good power on it, but didn't quite have the distance it needed. But Diddy Kong
tags up.
doesn't he tag up there?
Okay, Rool up to bat. You gotta hope he gets something on this ball. And he does. Diving catch misses. Diddy Kong going home. First score
For the Commanders, yeah.
first score for the Commanders.
And K-Rool that normally uses that star swing to try to get like sack flies and stuff, it actually found the hit though. Now K-Rool, the very slow runner, is on base.
Bouncing off of Red match. Diving catch misses. Air arrow.
Carroll trying his best, and he's caught out at third because he's just that slow.
Slow and fat.
That was one of those decisions that Aiden had to, because he's playing nunchuck, had to manually tell the fielders to turn around, and just did it a bit too late and suffers the price for it.
That is a quick out on the yellow sheet with full Wario up to bat now. Critter still in pitching. Good catch by King Boo. Of course, Yellow Toad, who hasn't done much this set so far, able to knock one into the gap for a single. Of course, Critter now tired. Bottom of the third, and I think Aiden has gone through almost all of his pitching so far, as this one is able to advance Yellow Toad to third and Toadsworth on first. Red Pianta up to bat.
I'm really noticing here that I've been seeing Aiden get kind of mad in that player camera. You have to wonder if he's playing just that tiniest bit worse if he's a little angry.
Yeah, possibly. Slight mistakes can get you angry, and with having to have more control with the nunchuck, sometimes having that anger is not the best. That's just what's
Beautiful hit from Wiggler, and the biff from the Shy Guy.
David set right here.
It's gonna spell 2 more runs.
Gameplay. What am I doing wrong? What you're doing everything right. What about this is my fault? Nothing. You're just doing everything good.
And at this point, Aiden's gotta be thinking, just go game 5. It's a 7-run deficit.
Yeah, you gotta go game 5 and hope that the trend continues. It didn't continue last event is the word I was looking for. I think Aiden needs to
Close play at home, and it goes to your Sand Beach Sluggers. Now an 8-run game as K-Roll just is like, here, have a buddy toss just because.
Yeah, if I'm Aiden, I am taking a breath, letting this go, because it's not the score that matters, it's wins and losses. And you can take the loss here, you're correct, but it's just, you gotta take a breath and look to the next game. Don't let the anger get festive.
Absolutely here. Gonna try the Birdo Star Swing again. I think probably just trying to play some small ball. Hoping to. It gets the egg hit on Peach. The Birdo Star Swing will actually work this time.
It's about 50-50, I would say. Green Shy got up the bat, using the Star Swing into the gap.
Ooh, and
off the
instead
bit
of air, and he's not moving. He's stuck in Slugger's lag, and that'll be a triple
for the Shy Guy.
For Green Shy Guy. If Aiden wants to win this game, this is how it begins.
Yep.
No outs, scores a run, has another runner on third. Star's still in the pocket. Cannot really afford to take many outs here, though.
You're getting Peach pitching, though.
If he wants to make this comeback, he does have 2 innings to do it, but still 7-run deficit and a couple stars wasted.
That's
will mean the
one
Luigi will strike out. Noki will take a bow. Try to do a genuine little hit there. Ooh, and the fielders try and throw home, try to catch that Green Shy Guy, but of course, that kind of situation you really shouldn't throw home.
Steal by the Noki, and stealing home!
He stole home! He stole home! As the Banana Flamma comes through here.
Curves out of the way of...
Oh, honestly, the arrow is gonna save, what's it called?
Noki's going.
Save the double here.
Yep.
This comeback is actually kind of getting going here. Still 5
Steal
runs.
going again.
But another steal comes through and another save. Whips on the star pitch there.
Air arrow.
Another hit. This rally is not stopping as Critter's going to extend this to a triple.
He's going home.
He baits out the throw to home and goes back to third. Aiden, what are you doing? Aiden, what are you doing?
Aiden's trying to bait.
I don't know why. That's not a bait, though, because the ball is at home. He would just be tagged out.
I think he was trying to bait the throw back to third.
Ooh, K-Roll's star swing there. Normally used for sack flies. Doesn't find
Taking 2 balls.
Doesn't find it, but has another star because of the foul ball. And whiffs on it that time.
2 outs. 4-run ball game.
Sack fly is no longer in play here. Has to find something from King Boo 2-1 count, now 2-2 count. Tries to slap it through, but Peach will pick it up. And the Commanders will get some runs back. They'll still have another inning to try to even up this game, but they gotta score 4. We've seen them score 4 in the 5th before, but I remember saying that how many times could it happen. Speaking of how many times could it happen, how many times are we gonna see the Sluggers Classic? Hit off a fielder, caught by an outfielder.
Attack miss. Yellow Toad gonna get on first. Yellow Toad, while not being the power hitter that he has been a really great small ball hitter. As has Toadsworth.
Toadsworth, another just good hit. Just gets through the infield.
And then you have Red Pianta coming up, who has the power to hit it through. Bases juiced.
And even just a one more run, if the Sluggers can get it here, would be very, very good. But Wiggler is going to ground out smartly by the Commanders. Not sure if they could turn the double play. They're just going to take the out home. And the star gets used from Peach. She won't find any kind of genuine hit this time. No runs scored there, finally, for the Sluggers.
Now, you are in, I think, the middle of your lineup, and you have 3 stars. You're definitely going to use them here, as this one falls fair!
It drops in front of the me. First runners on. It's what you want to see if you want to make this comeback. Now, do you try to use the Birdo Star Swing here? It's so risky, but if it works, it could pay off huge. But also, Birdo's a very good hitter, just in her own right. Looks like she's going to try and put just on a regular old bat that time.
I think you're noticing how...
Gonna foul it off.
3.
Takes a ball. Takes a second ball. And swings. Couldn't square it up. Not good there. Can't really afford to take some outs earlier in the inning here if he wants to get all 4 of these runs back. But off of Peach, that time though, Yellow Yoshi with the tongue catch. Only 1 out remaining for the Commanders here. The Me Star Swing won't be grabbed by the Pianta, and the Me Dive will spell disaster for that. Oh, but the Me's caught in the rundown now, and vertical moment.
Rogi up to bat.
Has to use the star here just to try and get as best of a thing as we can. Score is now 6-9 as Aiden points out.
Nice. Now, 3-run ball game, tying run at the plate, and it is Diddy.
He's definitely going to use his Banana Slamma here. Tries to find its mark, and Yellow Yoshi's going to tongue catch it, and the game will end. Very nice. 6-9.
That was a very, even in the end, that was still close. If that ball had curved the other way, as it can sometimes, that would have spelled a very different.
Yeah, and suddenly, hey, remember we were talking about how these two are close, and I was expecting Game 5, and then we were talking about how even though Aiden was up 2-0, the series is far from over, and we were talking about how Aiden was Mr. Game 5. Guess what? Mr. Game 5 is back, everybody!
It's almost like we've seen these two play a lot.
Now, last time we were in a very similar situation. David was able to come out on top. This time, though, history's meant to be written. We'll see who takes this 5th and final game here in your Banana Division Final.
Good lord, this Banana Division is, or whenever these two play, it is always close.
I cannot believe how often that Aiden in particular goes to Game 5. It is honestly insane how much it's Aiden going to Game 5 and really nobody else except for the people that Aiden is playing.
Of course, we're fixing lineups for
this crucial Game 5, of course, because the loser here goes home and winner goes to the finals. I just cannot believe this is another one of those crazy sets that just you think watching the early part that it was gonna be a Commander's easy dub, but now we're going Game 5 here. And Sluggers, they do have a sort of momentum here, but as we've been talking a lot about the OA team, We'll see if the away team can prevail one last time here as we enter Game 5 of the Banana Division Final.
I will note that after this, we're going to have the All-Star game between Matt and Keegan being the heads of each of their respective divisions.
Yep, we always have to determine who gets home field advantage between the two competitors in our finals, and we love to determine it in the way the MLB used to do it, which was who wins the All-Star game. That's a fair ball for K-Roll, by the way, unfortunately for him.
That is gonna be it out as King Wu lines it directly to the green man for another out. We are changing sides, going into the bottom of the first.
The Sluggers did get that the actual home team on their home stadium, which means they will probably have some stars for an early Peach Star swing here. They do indeed have two. And the super dive is going to prevent that hit from dropping from Red Pianta. Otherwise, pretty good hit from him, but not going to find its mark this time.
Wiggler, fly ball, right to Birdo. As now we see Peach with 2 outs. I don't think he used a star.
No, Yep, and he doesn't use the star as we were expecting. Quick 1, 2, 3 innings from both sides there.
Who is going to draw first blood here? Are we going to see your wonderful Commanders get on base first? I think we are.
4 out of 4 times so far, the Sluggers have been the one to score first, though, and that's a really big question. As Birdo tries to change that trend, hit way back to the wall, the fielders will be there. Buddy jump goes up, and it's caught.
Again, a buddy jump stealing a run for the Commanders.
Stealing 2 runs, actually.
At least storing, I should say, because this happened in the last game.
And a star hit caught out of the air. Now 2 down in this top second.
Green Me using a star, getting it through the gap. No stars left, but 2 on.
Has to try and find something here with 2 outs. Green Noki will come up with nothing, and Hammer Bro just picks it up off the dirt.
Yep, just not enough on that ball.
Ends that inning, leaves 2 stranded.
Now we see the bottom of the second. Hammer Bro up the bat. Hits it directly to Shy Guy.
Narrowly avoids getting burnt after. Wouldn't have mattered, but just a funny sight every time it happens.
Had his heels in the fire.
A lot of stars here for Magic Koopa, but doesn't use one, and will just ground out instead.
They're being very cordial out there. There's no true, both are just having fun, which is very good.
And a big thing I've noticed so far is that the Slugger strikes, their early strikes, they got 4 out of 4 games. They were always early, I think, pretty much within the first 2 innings.
Yeah.
This time, no runs scored first inning.
Tongue catch by that ball, by that Banana Slamma.
But so far, it seems like we got a little bit of a pitching duel here. 1 down, top third. Still nobody scoring.
K-Roll up to bat.
Hero trying to find that sweet spot, doesn't find it that time. Another 1, 2, 3 inning. All of a sudden, we're halfway through this game 5.
Bottom third.
No scores yet. Both teams with still some big opportunities.
Well, of course, we're coming to a very deadly part of David's lineup. 3 that are always really able to get on base very quickly, as we see Wario get on base. Now, of course, Yellow Toad up to bat. Star Swing coming out.
David has a lot of stars to burn here, but that star hit will be caught.
Now we have Todsworth up to bat.
We've seen Toadsworth being a strangely good hitter, and now he actually has stars to burn too.
Off of Noki.
That'll advance Fario all the way to third.
Runner in scoring position. Red Pianta up to bat.
Uses the star this time, and it's back to the wall, and it'll hit off the wall. That'll be a genuine hit for the... Actually, no, it was a star hit from Red Pianta, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Still runners on the corners. Once again, Slugger striking first. It's now 5 out of 5 times. Wiggler swings at a pitch outside, trying to keep this rally, little tiny rally, going to make it into something bigger.
Banana Ball missed, using a star in the process.
And here comes the Peach star swing, of
I will
course.
not speak.
Ooh, but he misses it.
Now we're going to use the Banana Ball with no stars left. but it's hit.
And it's popped up.
Come on, he's already
And
got
that's
the-
going to be the third out of that inning.
Stop and able to make it so there was no more bleeding other than one run. Of course, when we've seen one run from the Sluggers, it's always gone the Commander's way.
Trends, of course, are meant to be broken is what the Sluggers are hoping for here. They've still maintained this shutout here. Now 1 down. Now it's going to be 2 down in the top of the 4th here. Suddenly the Commanders only have 4 outs. They still need a run on the board. Line drive from Berto, though, is going to find a little drop there in front of me. It's a 2-out runner. Gotta wonder if he can find a way to bat it in, but not this time, though.
Both now... Actually, I should say that the Sluggers have 6 outs left, and the Commanders have 3.
And keeping Diddy Kong in here, even though I did just see that he is tired. Honestly, I respect it. I really like trying to keep a pitcher in until maybe they give up a hit. Of course, though, with a game that's this close, you don't want to give up the home run as your one hit, you know?
Right. So you want to try and give up the hit, like, right there, and then probably switch them out.
At this point, I think you probably take Diddy Kong out of this game.
I think you bring in Kingu. I don't think he's pitched at all, but
No.
no!
He's going to keep him in, and he's going to, looks like, almost not quite turn the double play.
Yellow Yoshi is one of the fastest characters in the game, so
Aiden's
I'm not
trying to
surprised.
get one more inning out of Diddy Kong, and he will get it, preventing that run from scoring.
Now we go to the top of the final, maybe, inning.
There's 3 hitters here that could really use 3 stars, and he does have 3 stars. First one would be fouled off, though.
That is not... Oh, he still has 3,
Yep,
though. He
the
was
foul
able to get
ball
one on the foul.
Gave him a little bit of charge. There's the base runner he needs.
Now you see Noki up the bat.
Has-
Has the star.
Has to avoid any kind of outs here. He'll find the star hit with Noki. Now 2 runners on. Diddy Kong's star swing, of course, is known to turn the Diddy double play sometimes. He'll try it this time.
Curve in the right direction.
Into the center of the field. That's a
Bomb
base hit,
going off.
and the bomb comes through. That'll score for Weezy.
And the fire.
The fire comes through as well. That'll score Noki. Diddy Kong's going inside the park. And he makes it.
Holy shit!
Commanders with an inside the park home run from the Diddy Kong Banana Slammer, and the inning ain't over yet.
It ain't over till it's over, folks. Fire burn. King K. Rool up to bat. Hoping for sweet spot, not gonna get it.
David wincing in pain a little bit there. He knows the ball's in his court to try and score at the end of this game.
And I definitely think this is where you're going to see Aiden switch pitchers.
I think Aiden's probably going to try and bring in the closer here, especially because we have hitters such as Yod, who is honestly overdue for something.
On base machine.
Holy
But he's
worth.
Yeah, let's not ignore the time, man.
Ooh, the star hit. Gonna find the gap there. Gonna try the buddy jump or the toss there, but he misses the attack. And Yod is gonna go all the way to third, but he's got enlarged.
He does. He's got it.
At this point, why is Diddy Kong still in this game? He absolutely needs
to be
He
pulled.
needs someone here, but he's gonna keep Diddy Kong in here, trying to just put it on Diddy Kong's back. That's probably gonna be a sack fly, but no.
He doesn't advance. Too
Actually,
shallow.
yeah, it was definitely too shallow there. Looking at that in retrospect,
Red Pianta up the bat. 5 stars. Probably not going to use them. Actually will, because you're going to go for the sack.
that should be deep enough for a sack fly this time. Now a 1-run ball game, but there are 2 outs here. David needs to find it. It is
going.
Wednesday, but Wiggler's going to ground out. And Aiden this time prevents the reverse 3-0. Mr. Game 5 actually winning in Game 5 this time.
Good lord, as usual, that was close. Diddy, of course, your MVP.
Gritty Kong, of course, famous for making the very first draft event finals on Aiden's team. The first ever pick in a draft event, by the way, was Diddy Kong. He's going to return to the finals under Aiden once again. And of course, we've talked a lot about how today is the 3-year anniversary of the very first draft event. And what better way to celebrate that than by having a rematch of the very first finals, the Flapjacks versus the Commanders.
Did it?
But before that,
We got the All-Star
We got
game.
an All-Star game to play to determine who gets home field advantage.
We will see you guys in a moment for the All-Star game between the Shell Division and Banana Division.
Don't go anywhere.